We're in the second half of January and it's time to sow some seeds indoors. Alright, it may seem like a daunting task to sow your own seeds inside. It's really not that difficult. You have a green thumb, I can assure you can do this. What you need is a grow light, what you need is some trays, you need some good soil, premium soil mix. I use a soil blocker, make the blocks, sow the seeds, and we'll bring them inside, put them on that grow lamp. And look, this gives you a 7 to 8 week jump on your spring garden. So let me show you how to sow seeds in a seed tray and bring them inside and put them on our grow lamp. Pretty much have all my materials out, so I got my Espoma organic seed starter, premium potting mix. Got my soil blocker. I'll show you how to use that thing. Works really well. Get some bamboo plant markers. I'm gonna mix the soil in here with water, get it wet. It's just a tray, wicking cloth, and look, here's all my seeds. I just love the organized approach. I'll put a link down there to a video that shows you exactly how you can set this up as well. All right, for zone 9A and my zip code, the last expected with a 30% chance of a frost or freeze is March 10th. So if you go ahead and back up 6 to 8 weeks from then, that makes today or now a great time to go ahead and sow seeds indoors. All right, so the seeds we're going to sow inside are predominantly those that take a long time to mature. Tomatoes, tomatillos, peppers, eggplants, those kinds of plants that we're going to get a 6 to 8 week jump inside under the grow light. Then when we transplant it out here, it's already got 2 months under its belt. It gets a lot quicker to harvest in the vegetables. So it's really a good thing. For the video, I'm gonna do 1 tray. I normally do 4 to 5. And using the soil block tool, it's real easy. Again, it's just got a cavity and it's got the little dimple maker inside of there. You just fill these up. Then you come over here and you can release it by pulling up. And look how perfect they come out. All right, let me finish doing the rest of these. Then we can get back to where I can start sowing some and getting that rolling. Oh, and it's also recommended before you actually start sowing seeds, you get your trays. If they're new, you still may want to go ahead and wash them with a little light detergent. If they've been used last year, there's a possibility there's fungal stuff, spores. There may be some bacteria left in the tray. You know, so clean all that stuff off. Use a little mild detergent, and then spray it with a little bit of just a mist of vinegar. Hydrogen peroxide will work, I've heard too. Either way, but just rinse that off really well and let it air dry. And that way you won't be transferring any of the bad stuff from last season to this. All right, next up is some good old Tabasco peppers. I've never grown those actually. And I'll use my long thin cayenne and make that into a fermented hot sauce. But also kind of make like making some blends. So Tabasco is what these for, Tabasco hot sauce, which is somewhat overpowering your food. But I want to try them out. Try them out, peppers. Let's see, I got the eggplants here. See, I got them marked. That works really nice. I'll do some of this Louisiana long green eggplant I got from Seeds Now. All right, so we're gonna put this first one. All right, so we're gonna do 2 right here. So I'm just gonna kind of stick it right there, and we'll what I end up doing to put this well the top on, I'll have to lay them down, but that's okay. Now I habitually overseed. So with the eggplants, you want it about a 1/8 to 1/4 inch deep. That dimple's perfect. All right, so let's go ahead and do some hot peppers. And I actually want to be real careful with these seed packets. I don't want it to start raining and getting them wet. That kind of makes your seeds want to try to germinate in the envelope if they get wet, which we don't want for sure. I like to try various tomatoes, but I always keep coming back. I always grow some Martino's Roma and some some Amish paste, because I like making different kinds of sauces, tomato sauces with it, that kind of thing. Let's see. And now to finish this off, what I like to do is I got some of this, again, this foam of sea salt mix. All of these I come in and I sprinkle over the top. Hey, if you like this content, do me a favor, go and subscribe, like that video. Feel free to share it with your family and friends. Now let's get back to the seed sowing inside video. All right, so I went ahead and brought all the trays in, so I ended up getting 3 done. It got dark too quick. Still got 1 or 2 more I'm gonna do. Got my grow light here. It's not tall enough for this table, so I just got a few timbers underneath it to bring it up. We also got the heating pads here. There's heating pads under each one of these. That makes a huge difference because you want to keep everything warm. They germinate a lot quicker. Got my water bottles, everything's set up. So let's take a little bit closer look at our other seed trays. Alright, so you want to make sure you have these tops on here, because what it does, it keeps the water inside the seed tray. It just evaporates on the top. You can maybe see there as well. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look a little bit closer. Let me take the tops off. Alright, on this one, this is the one that I actually did on the video. So it's got just a mixture of a lot of things. You got some tomatoes up front. You got some peppers all here. Peppers all the way almost to the back. Then you got some eggplant in the very back as well. Alright, this tray is nothing but peppers. I grow a lot of peppers, make a lot of fermented hot sauce. So you got to have peppers for that. And finally, this is a tray with nothing but tomatoes. Mostly Roma, Martino's Roma, and Amish paste. Gonna do, like, again, making sauce out of all that. And those Roma or paste tomatoes, just the way their texture is, it just works out better if you're making like a tomato sauce, a tomato paste, those kind of things. Just it's a little bit meatier, and so that works better. While we're at it, so I got 2 ways I water, right? So this is a water bottle right here. That's a sprayer. And this is a water bottle that's more got a directional. So once these seedlings start coming up, this one works better. But in the meantime, for now, I'll just give it a good spray. And that's really all you got to do. Just make sure you do it daily. As you can see, the bamboo markers, the ink just ain't going to stay on there. It's already starting to go. And it's a permanent marker, but it just can't stand being wet that long. So what I'm going to do is I actually put together a list, the road map that shows me everything that's in here. Just did that in Excel. Yeah, so this list, I just know I got it laid out. So I got three Martino's Roma, I got 3 Amish paste, got a Cherokee purple here, and you got kind of a mixed bag. Well, you got black from Tula, and then in this other one you got like a spoon tomato, chocolate pear tomato, pink fang tomato, black creme tomato, true black brandy wine, Bonnie's Best, Carbon, and Floridale. So I like a variety, so just to help me out, I went ahead and made a little road map of what all I got planned in each one of these. Now, if you haven't used one of these, this is a Jumpstart grow light. It's a T5 bulb. It gives you about 3 foot, I guess, tall, 4 foot wide. So yeah, I'm gonna get 4 trays in here, and I'll end up kind of moving them around so they get a little bit more exposure to the light. But it's a pretty nice system. The one I had, just the legs had fallen apart after a while. So we'll see how this one does. Looking forward to it. The other key thing about these is they got to be adjustable, so you can got a cord here and a little fastener that just keeps it so it'll stay so many inches right above the top of your seedlings. The light doesn't do anything for the seeds to germinate except for certain kinds like lettuce. You really do have to have a little bit of light. But nevertheless, it does keep it warm, and I got the heating pads underneath. It keeps it warm. That gets you germinating as fast as it possibly can. And now's the time to go ahead and do your seed sowing inside. It's not too late, even for Zone 9A. At least you get maybe 6 weeks or 5 weeks out of getting your seed sowed inside. But now's the time to do it. Next week I'm going to show you what we can sow directly outside in our raised bed garden. And if you like this content, hey, please go ahead and go subscribe, like that video, go ahead and share it to your family and friends. And remember, this is Louisiana Simple Living, where we help you achieve a bountiful harvest, delicious food, and healthy living. And as always, I will see you on the next video.